Hi, broadcasting not live from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek. I hope you're happy or on your way to being very happy. Hey, I'm happy to be here. It's warm. I'm right near the beach. I'm so happy I don't have a boss. Ooh wee! I tell you, man, I love working at home. Anyway. Today I just want to talk about patience. And I want to talk about a couple of things. Patience in moving ahead. Also, and patience in the progress of where you are with what you're doing. And also I want to talk about working smart and not hard. Because and I say smart and not hard because you can really work hard and you can end up doing a lot of things that aren't helping you move ahead. So some guy that was much younger than me told me one time that his grandfather said, he said something like, his grandfather was a carpenter, and his grandfather told him, measure 5 times, cut once. Which makes a lot of sense. You know, if you're building a this or that, measure it this way, measure it that way, measure it this way, measure it that way, so that when you make the final cut, you know it's right. So what you want to do as you move ahead is look at it this way, 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 and you'll find, I'm sure, that if you work in a smart fashion, you may not have to work as hard. And I find that working hard and smart is of great benefit, but you must give yourself time to enjoy your freedom and the sunshine and the people around you and that type of thing too. So now with that, you have to be patient. And sometimes I'm very impatient, and I put up stuff on the internet, and I want it to be on page 1 like tomorrow, the day after I put it up. But sometimes stuff I put up by surprise, it'll show up 3 months later on page 1 of Google. I forgot I even put it up by then. So one day I was getting paranoid about progress. And so in the, I'm sharing with you internet business concepts. I wrote down my top 20 pages on Google Analytics. Oh gosh, like 6 months ago, and I'd never done that before. And I wrote down the top 20 web pages and how many hits they got. Yeah, that was it. And today, my web stats are just phenomenal compared to that. But with Google Analytics, your stats will go up, they'll go down, they'll go up, they'll go down, and you're trying to make them steady, and you're watching the pages that are growing. And 6 months ago, the pages I have up now that are doing well, I never would have believed that. I hadn't even made them back then, and now they're very successful. And I like to go back 6 months and look at what was going on 6 months ago so that I can be happy about what's going on now when I'm impatient. So I guess the bottom line is work smart, be patient. And if you get real impatient and maybe you're just starting out, what I do also is I look at nature. I look at trees, I look at grass, specifically apple trees. And, you know, I think, wow, that apple tree, this is like 30 years old. Gosh, it used to be just a little puny thing, and it just grew and grew and grew. And I even look at stuff at like mountains and think the amount of time it took to make those formations. Sure, that took a lot longer than I have here on the planet, but just looking at nature says, hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. And for those of you, for those movie watchers in you, I remember the movie Ben-Hur with Charlton Heston, and he was rich, then something happened and he became a slave, so he had to row one of those boats across the ocean as a slave for a living. Anyway, so Charlton Heston's in the bottom of the boat rowing the boat for like forever. I think he was on the boat for years, and in the movie it's like 10 minutes because that's how movies are, right? So he's rowing the boat, and finally somehow he gets freed. He goes back to being rich again. So maybe you're still working the day job and you're working as smart as you can on your new venture, or maybe you're in a situation where you can do the new venture full time. You're getting a little stressed because you're not getting those immediate fast results that you want. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day. Apple trees don't grow in an afternoon. Be good to yourself. Think good things to yourself. Work smart. Be patient. Move ahead. Be happy.